Emotion and Motivation by Rachel, Kayla, and Anne-Marie. The focus of our study is to find how an individual's emotions or opinions towards a person affect their motivations to help said person when given the opportunity. The study we used as references to help us were C. Daniel Baston's study, Is Empathetic Emotion a Source of Altruistic Motivation? This study tested subjects' altruistic motivation as a result of empathetic emotion by focusing on whether or not students would be willing to replace a girl being given electrical shocks. The second study we looked at was the video we watched previously in class by Stanley Schachter, which tested subjects' desires to be alone or in groups after inducing great anxiety upon them. This focused on whether or not students wanted to be with others before presumably experiencing an electric shock. For our study, we will have 100 psychology students from Santa Clara University. As an incentive to participate, participants will receive SONA credit. There will be 3 different groups which will be randomly selected and assigned with roughly 15 to 20 students in each group. Our first group will be a control group with a neutral research conductor that will not display any outward emotions towards the student or their assistant. Next will be a group with an anger and fear-inducing instructor. The instructor will be aggressive and unfriendly towards the students and will yell at and be mean to their assistant as the survey is passed out. Our last group will have an outwardly sad and pitiful instructor. As the surveys are being passed out, the instructor will share a personal story about something tragic that recently happened to them.
The students will take a survey that will be unrelated to the study and will not reveal any information about the true nature of the study. It will ask for basic information about the student, such as their age, sleep habits, diet, and exercise habits. The survey will finish sooner than the students are expecting, and after the students have finished filling out the surveys, the assistant will take the surveys and leave. The instructors will then ask the students if anyone is willing to stay for an extra 5 to 10 minutes to help them put away their supplies, pens, papers, etc. We will record the amount of students that do decide to stay and help the instructor and what group that they were in. After the students volunteer or do not volunteer, the instructor will reveal the true nature of the study and provide an additional survey asking why the students did or did not volunteer to help and what their emotions were towards the teacher throughout the study. The purpose of our control group is so that we can have an estimate of how many people would help just anyone regardless of their opinion of them. We will tell the students beforehand that the instructor giving out the survey is a guest lecturer and that the lecturer will be leaving Santa Clara after conducting the study. We are doing this so that the students do not have an added incentive to help the instructor out of fear that they will see them again.
Tendencies towards avoidance, a disposition away from certain stimuli like rude people, but overall they are more likely to help a person who generates an emotional response from them over a natural response. Is representative of the population, and random sample and selection help account for extraneous variables. Our weaknesses include that students may be dishonest about why they did or did not help, and also that a student's mood could affect the way that they perceive the instructor and their decision to help. Based on Baston and Schachter's studies, we believe that students will be more inclined to help the instructor that they pity. We believe this because Baston's study showed us that pity affects people and to what extent that it does. Schachter's study showed us that the attitudes and language used by the instructor does have an effect on the students.